Well, howdy everybody. How's everybody doing this 4th of July weekend? Well, it's Monday. Monday, July the 3rd. So I hope everybody's having a safe holiday weekend. I haven't done a whole lot. But as you can see, I'm out here in the shop. And I have the doors closed. Door closed. It's like in the low 80s outside, but the humidity is crazy. We got, I don't know, 70 or almost 70%, 70 degrees in the dew points, and we got mid 60% humidity. I hope you guys don't mind the noise. I got the fan going here, and it's actually pretty cool here in the shop. I bet it's only about 70 degrees here in the shop. So that's the reason why I got the door shut, the fan going, because it's nice and cool out here in the shop. But anyways, let's get into this good old toolbox build that I'm building. Like I said, I wanted to get this put together. You know, I want to get some dimensions here. I've had this idea on building this toolbox that I want in Tool Cart for the last couple years now. I've gone into Harbor Freight and I took measurements and, figured out what I could do. And I'm going to show you guys kind of the process of my thinking of what I want to do. So with this setup right here right now, when you put the top in, the top goes down on top of the rails here. There is a distance between the top of this rail and the bottom of the thing here. And I'm going to show you what it is. Let me get the tape measure going here. Alright, I got a tape measure out here. Now if you go down inside, going down inside here, well, I got the mat in the way. Let me get the mat out of the way. There, got the mat out of the way. So I got the tape measure down on the bottom here, and I want to get a measurement to right here. As you can see, it's a touch over 15 inches. See there? Just a touch over 15 inches. Okay, now since I got that measurement, I want to show you guys something. So what I'm going to do is, let's open this box right here. Let's do a little box opening for you guys. I'm going to get this 26-inch top chest out here real quick. So be prepared for this. Well, everybody, this thing's actually pretty heavy. I didn't realize how heavy the toolbox itself was, but I ended up having, there's no way I could have lifted it out of this box up there on the cart, on the toolbox. So I put it down here on the floor, and I'm going to get this thing out of here some way, somehow. I'm going to have to take all my strength to get this thing out of here, but let me get it out of here real quick. I think I'm going to take it out and set it up over here. So I'm not going to pick it up to that. So I'll pick it up onto here. So let's get this thing out of here. Well, I have got to say, that heifer is heavy. Trying to pick it up out of that box, Lord have mercy, that thing was heavy. But I got it out, got it set up on here. So, like I said, it's got 15 inches from the bottom of the tray to the top of that rail right there. And I'm going to show you this. Where'd my tape measure go? Let me get my tape measure. So here's the tape measure, and I want to show you from the bottom of this toolbox. Let me get it hooked here. So from the bottom of the toolbox to the top, very top of it, I've got a little less than 20 inches. Well, let me get a focus here. There we go, a little less than 20 inches. About 19 3/4 inches to the top of the box. Well, if you look here, right about there, I've got a little over 15 inches. Look at that. To the top of the drawers. So my idea and thinking, I'm going to cut the top of this box off. Right along here. I'm going to cut her off. Let me get along here. Yeah, cut it right off right around the top here. In order for that to fit in that area right there. So that's what where my thinking is coming at on this bottom box. Now the same thing happens with the when guys build the hybrid box with this, you'll end up with 5 drawers in the bottom half and 5 drawers on top. And I think you have to extend these up some to get it to work right. Now if I do this correctly and do it right, I won't have to extend these up any. I'm going to have 15 inches exactly to the top of this box. If I can cut it right off, I'm thinking that if I can do this, I'll be able to cut right at the top of this box around the whole thing. I can take the pop rivets out of this. This is pop riveted in, I think, or maybe not. This one's welded in. See, on top of them, they're pop riveted in. This one's welded in, so I'm gonna have to grind this off, which is no big deal. But I've got some area here that I won't use, so I'm just gonna chop it off. So we'll see what happens here. If this will work or not, we're gonna get to it. So that's my plans here. I'm gonna chop this top off of here. And that might be in a future video after I do this one. But that's my idea of doing that, to put that in the bottom. Now, my idea of doing this particular setup like this, I didn't want to waste this bottom here. Because if you think about it, I also had the idea that I was going to cut this out. Cut it out here and across here, like so. And cut this bottom out. But I'm wasting a good piece right here. This piece will be wasted. So my thinking in doing this project now, instead of using this bottom piece here, I'm going to use flat steel. So my idea here is to put this flat steel as the base. On front and back. I'll put this front and back base, and it'll be on the bottom of here. It'll be underneath. This will be sitting on the flat steel instead of on that piece there. Instead of cutting that piece up and wasting that, I'll put it on flat steel. So that's the idea I have on that part. Now, that's going to be on my tool cart. Now, how am I going to do that onto the toolbox? Well, I've come to find out that the width of these, how these boxes are set up under here, you got this casters. These casters are 4 inches wide, or 3.5 inches wide under here. So my idea is going to be to take the caster off. When we take the caster off, I'm going to bolt that angle, that piece of flat steel where this caster is bolted to. Put the flat steel across here like so. So then that piece right there will sit on the flat steel here. And then I'm going to take the sides here and put them on the end. And then hook this top in on top of it then. I'm not going to use 2 rails. I won't use 2 of the rails. I'll just use the 2 outside ones on the outside and bolt that, the one end, directly to the toolbox. I'll bolt it right directly to the toolbox here, which is what I have in mind in order for it to stay up against the toolbox. Instead of bolting like this. Now let me get it rolled up here. Instead of doing this number like this and bolting this rail to here, I'll eliminate this rail and just bolt the box, that box right there, directly to the toolbox. I'll have flat steel on the bottom out. So my flat steel will be on the bottom all the way out to here. I'll kind of show you here real quick what it'll look like. This flat steel will be out about right here like so. This piece is 36 inches long. That's 36-inch plate steel. That's 30 inches there. So I'll have 6 inches of plate steel underneath the toolbox here, which is where I will bolt this flat steel where the caster's bolted to on the bottom here. So, in doing that, if I can get it picked up here now, as you can see, the flat steel will be bolted underneath the toolbox, underneath there, 6 inches underneath of it. No welding at all. I'll drill 4 holes in here where this caster's at and bolt this directly to the toolbox. This flat steel will come out, and I'll set that toolbox right on top of that flat steel, front and back. I'll have 2 pieces on it, front and back. I'm going to put a piece of angle iron this way across here for these to bolt to down here. That's my idea. That's what I got going on. So, yeah. I don't want to make this video too long, trying to tell you what I'm got thinking in my head of how to do this. I've recently thought of this idea after I bought that, because I started looking at the bottom, thinking, how am I going to combine these two together? I could take this cart here, you know, I could cut, and what I had in mind was to cut this out here, put that bottom piece in, just cut the top off of this, put that piece in there, remove these bars, set the top in on it, and then just end up bolting this right to the cart, right to the toolbox. But why waste this piece here? Why waste these here when I could utilize this piece here and these? I got some ideas on the pieces I'm going to have left over by doing it this way. I will actually have another extra cart that I can use. That's my idea, and that's my thinking right now, how I'm going to hook this together. So that's what I want to make this video out of. I got all the plate steels. That's 4-inch wide plate steel, and I got 3.5-inch wide plate steel. I had other dimensions figured out what I'm going to do. As you can see, the toolbox itself is an additional 3 inches wider than the tool cart itself. But with the 26-inch wide cart, with the 26-inch wide top being in here, that 26-inch wide is the same width as the toolbox. So I'm going to have this cart right here in this area. Now, some people will give me an idea or think, well, why don't you just buy a 26-inch bottom and put to the side? I did think of that idea too, but I don't know. I've got something different in mind on what I want to do. So this is my idea. I just want it integrated, having small drawers like this, where I can utilize putting certain tools in. Like I said before, I do not like the big long drawers. I got my buddy's toolbox at work. He's got one drawer. If anybody knows them big snap-on toolboxes, clear on the right hand side there's one drawer. It's like 3 inches deep. He has got Allen wrenches, his punches for his air hammer are in that drawer. He's got punches in it, and punches and chisels in that drawer. And it's just a conglomerated mess. I had to sort it out once because I got tired of hunting for punches. I was looking for a punch once and I couldn't find one. It was in a jumbled mess in a piece of garbage snap-on toolbox that had great big drawers in it. You couldn't find what I wanted. I like going over to a toolbox. I know what drawer I'm going into. I'm going into the punch drawer. Right here. My dad's punch drawer. There's nothing but punches in this drawer. Maybe a few little, odds and ends that he threw in here. But for the most part, it is a punch drawer. There's nothing but punches in there. His Allen wrenches were in one drawer. One drawer. Where my buddy has a great big drawer full of a bunch of garbage. You can't find nothing. So that's where I come from, having small drawers instead of the big drawers. I despise having big drawers. They're useless to me. You guys don't want them? You can have them. I don't want them. Same thing with the great big drawers with the sockets in them. My buddy's socket drawer, you might as well pitch that sucker out the door because I hate it. I despise it. So I just want smaller drawers. I'm happy. That's what I want. And that's my idea, the reason why I want to build this toolbox the way I want to build it. So I can utilize more area, more space, more drawers for smaller tools. And I'm going to utilize it more better. So that's what I got in mind, guys. I want to show you guys this, what I have in mind. And next video, I'll be cutting the top off of this. I'll be getting the steel plate bolted to that. And we'll see how it turns out. So hope you guys enjoyed this little piece that I want to show you guys what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And hope you guys keep watching. So thanks for watching this one. And we'll catch you in the next one. So I'm telling you what, I really like the combination of the green and orange together. Green and orange go great together. I love that. Then my school colors are yellow and green and gold, my high school colors. And that combination is just going to look amazing, I think. So we'll get this together. Hope you guys enjoyed this little toolbox that I'm building. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for always watching.